Our students, Brian Proctor, the art teacher, back again with another action pose position. So this is the final product. So without further ado, let's get to it because you already know the drill. Speed drawing first, lesson at the end. All right, let's go. All right, here we go. The next action pose position. Camera, do right. That's why I can't zoom in like a lot of other channels. They'll zoom right in, but this camera does not like that. So this is as close as I can get without it going blurry all the time. So let's go. Let's do this. I'm going to hold it right here. I had some issues with the legs because I took a couple days and I looked at the legs and I wasn't really happy about the position. So I changed the position mainly to give it more of that kind of curve. Like if he's flying up and the body arches, I didn't want the leg really sticking out. I wanted to kind of give it a curve. But then when this leg was going down, it just didn't match. So I brought that in to keep that curve motion going as well. So let me get another sheet of paper and show you guys exactly how I did this to the best of my ability. And I should really have paper just like right here so I can just grab it. That's poor managing of my skills, of my time. I've got paper, it's just amongst so much paper that's here. Drawings that I'm trying to finish and work on at the same time. All right, here we go. So, of course, we have your curve. My arm is kind of dirty, getting kind of hot in here. And I don't want to lean on my paper and smear it, so let's do this. Let's switch it over this side. Might make it a little better, something different in the video. All right, so we have the curve. First of all, I see that curve of him coming up. Then we have the torso leaning back. Just forgive my voice. I just kind of woke up maybe an hour ago and really haven't used it yet. Hadn't warmed up the voice yet. So we have that. We have the center line next. Then we have the collarbone. Of course, collarbone goes right into the delt. Slide that over. Same thing with this one. Collarbones are not really raised, so you don't have to worry about it, being at a crazy angle. So just because, let's put the head here. That way you determine how big the the body is from the head. Of course, you want a bigger head for a man than you do for a woman. So then we want to put the tunnel here. The train goes in. I don't know, mountain tunnel. I think I'm just start calling it a tunnel because I name my stuff. And then, of course, you follow the lines that I showed you guys long ago for the chest. He is turned a little bit. Of course, you have the tuna can down here. For you people that don't understand what I'm saying, watch some of my old videos. I like to name stuff so that it makes it easy to draw. If I said draw a balloon or a bowling ball, that's simple, it's simple. So anything that I can name that reminds me of the shape, then I will name it to make it easier for you guys to be able to draw it. So that's why I call this waist the tuna can. So let's go on with the legs. So this leg is going to kind of curve around and this leg is going to curve down. The legs are simple, just one big oval. You just have to get that length right, and I usually measure it by this muscle right here. Is this thigh muscle comes out and it curves around. Then I have the knee down here, and then we have the calf and the shin. This one is, well, it should have went back and it should have went out more, but that's okay. You can draw it a couple times and then give it a little more twist to it. And this one is twisted in. Remembering the size or the length of this thing. And then I have just a circle right here for the calf. And then the foot is going to come right at the bottom of that. Could have gave that a little more turn, but that's all right. And then I put my foot here in my in that right here, because his knee is going to be coming down into the shin, into that leg, to give it that more of a it's bent a little bit look. And of course the arms are simple. Gonna come up, and because of this angle, usually it would be like this, but it's still like that. I just made it a little bigger. It's coming down. If it were going up, it'll be more like this, but this is going down more. So you're going to see more delt. give a little curve to this part of the arm. And then your hands. So your hands are, again, they're square like this, and you see the back of that square. Like that. And then you just chop your fingers out. Put your thumb here, which is another rectangle. And then you just chop your fingers out. 1, 2, 3. And then your palm, because this finger goes into that palm. You'll see, where is it? This finger comes out. This knuckle comes out more. This knuckle is less. And then the rest of the knuckles, where is it at? They follow a curved line around right here and right here. And then, of course, this one is shorter again. This one is longer, and then they follow that curved line around. And give the bicep, comes out. Tricep is at the bottom of it. And the same thing with this. This is gonna, chest is gonna come up all the way up to that collarbone. Bring that chest, give that chest a little more curve. Because he is kind of arching back. Then this is just one big circle, one big ball, oval. And then we have this. And get my cylinder going. Connect that, and then the hand is again a square. You see some of the back of that palm. You see the back of the palm. Now this is the palm, this is the whatever, the back of the hand. And again, you put that other square there, and you'll see some, if it's like this, how is this thing? Like, it's like this, you may see some of this inside palm here. That's why I gave him a little bit of palm there. And again, this middle finger is going to come out higher and down. This is going to be shorter, this one and that one again. And depending on if you see, how do I have this? How's this? If you might see some of this. You might see some of the finger going down. You see how you see these two and you really don't see the other two? So it would be kind of like that if you see it. I have to do that in ink. And of course the face, okay, to the neck, it's going to come right back down from the back. This one's going to come to that point here. It's going to come down. Face, center line. I already have my oval. I will establish where my chin is. Let me ink that. It might be a little easier for you to see it. So many lines, so many lines. Okay, let's get him out the way. Actually, nice little pose too. I don't know which one is better. I don't know. It's just, you know, this guy's more buffer, but yeah, you always use it for something else if I take my time and ink it, which I won't. But curve, establish how much chin he's gonna have. I gave that one a big old massive chin. And then you come up, and then you're gonna go around. Make sure that head is long enough, because I used to not be able to have my head really long enough. And if my ear goes here, the back of the head is gonna be it's gonna be behind that ear, like that. It's not gonna come straight up here. So again, I have my chin, my neck coming down here, and I have my neck straight, going to that curve because I have my shoulder. And with my collarbone, my shoulder. There. So follow that line. I'm going to put my eyes like right here. And my nose is going to be half and half, basically here. And my mouth is here, which is going to be on that line right there. So I'm not going to detail this, just kind of show you where the stuff is at. And you can do this. And you really don't have any jaw line on this side. If you did, it would look like this. You'd probably have a little bit, and then you would have that curve coming down. It depends on your jawline. Your jawline, actually, jawline would be way up here. So this is at the angle you won't see any other side of the face. So I put my eye here. Let's say my nose comes up to the middle part and goes there, and that's where you determine where that brow is, that cheekbone, and where that curve comes in at. Can you see that? Let me get a thicker, better pen. As I said, this comes up, goes into the nose. The nose could have came out a little bit further. Curves around, this goes in, this comes out and goes in. establishing that. So that eye is going to come here. And space it another one eye here and there. Don't make it too far apart. It's not too bad. You already got your nose. If you want to add detail to the nose, you can. And the mouth, there's a little piece that comes down here. A lot of people, some people draw that. Some people don't draw that little philtrum, which determines the shape of the lip. So I gave this guy a smile because he's happy. He's buff. He's a superhero. Bottom lip. You can draw the top lip, but it would be really thin. If you are doing the female, you would have to draw the top lip. But for most men, I don't do that extra. I don't do that top lip, the extra line for that top lip. I don't even think you can see that. Yeah, because it's so small, but I usually tend not to, and I don't take the chin or the bottom lip too far across, and then you can round the chin. Depends on how much chin he has. You just round it off like that, and then the neck. There's a muscle that just like this big bulgy muscle that comes here from the neck on out, and depending on the angle, I do it. I don't do it, depending on the angle. So since I have this, let's continue with this ink. And I hit this. And of course, this line is going to stop right where this connects, and then your delt comes into play. Usually this is all one piece, but because this is, when you have that balloon chest, a massive chest, it's going to kind of go out, go down, and then your delt takes over because it goes around and it goes in and out, like kind of like that, because you have that massive chest. If not, if the chest was not that massive, I would just have one little piece come around and maybe just a small line to separate the two. And again, the hand is a square. This one comes out more, goes down. This one is here, and this one is there. Shorter. You might see some finger there going in. That's going to tuck. That one's going to tuck. I can't turn my hand this way. I can't turn my hand this way. This is going to tuck in under that palm. That finger's going to tuck in under that palm. And give him a little more bulge right there. This is going to come up where your waist is. Let's do this first. Where your waist is, it's going to come up to this line like that, and you just kind of make that fang like an animal fang like that, or that whatever that point, and that's going to be your God, it was right on my tongue and it just jumped off. It jumped off. It didn't want to be swallowed. Starts with an S, whatever, those muscles. So we're going to have your love handles right here, which connects to the bottom of your rib cage. And then you have your abs. Remember, this thing is round. Don't go straight across. Go around as best you can. And that fills the body out, makes it look more round and more natural. What happened to that leg, Brian? It's a quick ink. It's a quick ink, okay? So that determines where the crotch is, that center line. I always do my diamonds here just to separate those muscles. And triangle on the edge. And then because when you kind of like flex or suck in your gut, the skin is going to go back under here because there's like, I don't want to say there's no bone or anything right in these connections. So a lot of times this is going to be black depends on the shadow. You have a little more shadow going in here. And you just take it up into that, but yeah, and it kind of goes out. That's like when you're super buff, and depends on the lighting. This comes out, I think around in the middle of the leg, a little dip comes out there. This little knee goes here. You may see some of the bottom of that knee, or because the knee is kind of squarish. Top of the calf, back of the foot, and the foot. The inside of your ankle is higher than the outside of your ankle. Just think if you're an inside person, you have more clout than those on the outside. If you belong to a club or something, the eyebrow. Could give a little cheekbone here, right here. This comes in, and you can do wherever you want your hairline to go. Same thing here. You have your square. You have, this is the longer finger, so you're gonna see the back of that. You're not gonna see the back of that one. This one's gonna go down. This one's gonna go down too. And this tucks into that palm. Press a little more, and then square knee. And I think that is going to be it for this. I mean, you have this little part, your traps. If you can see it, if you have enough room for it, you can see it. But a lot of this would be in shadow. The neck would be in shadow. All this would probably be in shadow. Depending on your light source, the more bold, the bigger and rounder the person is, the more shadow you can get on them. And this probably would all be in shadow here as well, just kind of like a get over. Unless you want to do something fancy schmancy. And then usually I'll give most of this, because these are lumps. So I'll give the bottom, some shadow. And then a little here, maybe a little here. Because again, depends on the light. How much shadow do you want in the abs? Depending on where the light is. Underneath. Again, depending on where the light is, and usually there's a lot more shadow down here. Shadow under here. All this would tend to be in shadow. Again, it's your lighting. You can have your hatching here. This would probably be, I know this would be in shadow. I don't know about this. This one's more back. This one's more front. You could, again, muscles. And then since this is bent, again, depending on your light, it can be in shadow, and the foot could be in shadow as well. It's kind of like a get over kind of thing. And then some more definition of the shadow and definition of the muscles, the arm muscles, however. So this could be the same way. Maybe more to the chest. So yeah, there's like a million ways you could do a lot of shadow in those things. Just play with it. This is why I say my 360 book with that has all these drawings in it. You can use that for this doing and trying to figure out where you want to put your shadows at, and then just erase it if you choose. If you don't like it, and you can just redo it again. So, all right, there you go. Easy peasy. The only hard part is just trying to get more twist to it. Once you draw it fast, you say, okay, can I get more twist to it? Can I put a little more action into it? And that's just turning your position more, and twisting and bending it more. And, maybe some, I don't know what you call that, when you put one arm in front of the other to give it more drama looking. Is that not shorthand? Yeah, I don't know. It's just, when you cross over pieces, it kind of makes it look better. It gives it that 3D kind of thing. 3D kind of look. Anyway, I know you didn't understand what I was drawing. It was an arm. That's the hand, and the forearm, and the bicep, and the delt, and the collarbone, chest. Now you see it. Yeah. Do you? Yeah. In the head. Yeah. So, all right, that's going to be it for this video. Let me straighten out. See, my camera's a little crooked. I'll be creeping back down there trying to get one last look at you. That's going to be it for this video, and I will see you guys. I'm going to try to put out a video twice a week at least, maybe three, or maybe get third one in there, you know, if I'm feeling good and I have time to actually do a third video, but definitely 2 a week, because yeah, I don't want to leave you guys hanging. All right, so that's going to be it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Keep drawing. Hit the notification so you'll know when I put them up, because I'm not going to say like I put them up at 7 o'clock every whatever. It's just when I get them finished, I throw them up. So hit that notification and hit the like and keep drawing. And if you choose, you know, send me a link, show me some of your drawings. All right, that's it for me, and I'll see you guys in the next video.